Good afternoon. Welcome to OptionsTender. Okay, it's going to be a little bit different hearing from me. I don't have the usual mic setup. I'm on vacation right now, and so I'm going to make this video pretty short. I want to focus on one thing going into tomorrow. Well, kind of a couple things that equal one, right? So we're going to look at this weekly bar here as possibly being an inside week. Okay, we had a lot of shenanigans, great volatility that a lot of traders made some money off of, but we don't know if we're going to get this follow through tomorrow. We have options expiration. It very could well be a big devastating weekly bar that continues here, but we can't guarantee that because it might get pinned in equilibrium, and you'll see that in the lower time frame. So we're gonna go through SPX and the VIX as fast as possible. I may not even do all the indicators. I might just look at some of the indicators just to see if we're actually oversold, right? So it seems like everything's been so bearish and we have hardly even gone anywhere yet. So let's see what's happening. Okay, we're doing this intraday. I am Central Time now, so 1 p.m. Central Time. If you want to get these videos intraday, consider becoming a YouTube member. It's 99 cents. Comes with the Discord. Again, I want to emphasize that we have the Cheddar bot information in there, and it's been giving us some great heads up. Okay, that comes with the Discord. So join us. It's not much to ask, and I'll actually show you one that we've been getting a lot of flow in on Nvidia. So we're actually using Nvidia as a hedge here. So when we get down to 65, I'll show you that super quick. Okay, let's jump into it. We have the SPX. It's a weekly time frame. We have an inside week so far that could end up being the same thing next week, maybe even a tighter range there, which contraction into expansion. Okay, let's go down to the daily, and on the daily bars, you can see price action is getting really tight. You have that one big bearish day on Friday, and then all of these really big range days in between. And so we did reach our retracements. I do think the move is done. It's just a matter of nesting. That's going to be the key word, is nesting. Is it a wave 4 and then you go higher, or is this nesting 1 2 1 2 1 2? Again, we'll look at that in a minute. So trend is starting to turn red. It's chopping back and forth. We're getting signals on both sides, wrapping around this 20 moving average. So we got to see where that goes. We're in the red on the Smart MACD. Again, I'm not going to look at everything, but here is a key point. These moving averages, if you just want to keep it simple, you have the 8 and the 20. You're fighting with those moving averages and you're rejecting off it constantly. I know that you had a slight close above it, but we start rejecting off of there starting tomorrow or next week, and you want to ride that to the downside. All right. Now, obviously, if it climbs above and then starts curling above, then the same thing. You want to ride it to the upside. But right now we're in an equilibrium. Let's throw on the traditional look. All right, you had the wedge breakdown, big old bar breaking down here, and we're getting a bounce after that. It's a back test of this wedge. You can draw it a couple different ways where some of the lines touch that actual back test perfectly. Clone oscillator. Back to that neutral, rejecting off of it. Let's see if we get movement downwards again. Breadth will probably start to deteriorate because we're going to have these big individual names holding the market up. DMARC, still the same count, money flow, all that. Nothing to see here. Let's go to the SPY, the SPY. We don't need to go through SPY. We'll just look at this on this time frame. We're looking for a head and shoulder setup right now, and then our first real target is 635, and then after that our next target is 620. VIX doing very well, getting back above, but poking through this resistance here at 23. I do suspect this will start to break out. We had a good consolidation here. We're back in that range, but when we start to move, again, that might not be till next week. I do suspect we have one more pretty massive move. It could be here at 30. You see the resistance could be 28. Could make it all the way up to 35. All right. And then we're going to, into next week, maybe turn around Tuesday or Wednesday or so, we're going to look for a big reversal in this, into this dominant cycle low here. All right. I think we should finish off here. I mean, anything can happen, could be done here. And then if we break out to the upside, then we're going to that dominant cycle low already. I would imagine by the way the things look that we'll get another burst up here, breaking this 23 level, and then we'll get a sharp pullback with a rip your face off rally in the market. Here's your moving averages. So far, holding on to that 200 and pushing off that 8 EMA. We did that today, pushed off of it, and we continue with momentum up and the trend up. All right, let's go down the SPY in the 65. And real quick here, we'll just look at the momentum. Look at a couple little, here's your traditional look. Here's your equilibrium. We had the trend lines that are holding. You tested them, and you notice it's going right along with that 200 moving average. We're pushing off of it today. And you see these moving averages starting to move sideways, coming together, contraction again into possible expansion. I could draw a triangle bottom here, but you see the point. We're just wrapping around that options expected move. And that was what I was trying to get across, you guys. We hit this early on in the week, the options expected move to the upside. And so it's really hard to not predict, but it's just not probable. It's really hard to argue that we're going to hit this lower edge of the options expected move. Now, if we do want to break out tomorrow to the downside, we could make it all the way and not touch that options expected move. I've seen that before as well. But it seems to me that price is being pinned around this area. And after those expirations, then the market can let go. Now, obviously, last Friday had a devastating move. Let's see what happens this Friday. It's Friday the day for the moves. All right, trend, whipsaw. Momentum. All right, we're not oversold. We're not oversold. We're not overbought. We are in bearish territory testing that zero line. That's telling me that we're probably rolling over here. All right, so there's no argument that we're oversold or overbought. We're just in an equilibrium. Money flow index, I want to see this cycle lower. Bollinger Bands are probably tightening up. Yeah, we're getting tight here. So we're, again, tomorrow could be the day, but then next week, if not, then we're going to see a move to the upside or downside. All right, and again, I think we're moving to the downside. I think the probabilities are, after these divergences played out, that we're getting a setup here as a, here is our plan here, 1, 2, and then wave 3 down here to 365. But right now, we had this ABC here. So you got your 2 right there, okay? You had A, B, C for a 1, 2 setup. And then yesterday we had that spike down for a 1, 2 setup. And today we're getting slightly less of a bounce, 1, 2 setup. So you have this nesting 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and this will start to roll out. Again, just looking at this and not knowing that it's going to be tomorrow's Friday expiration, take all that stuff out. And it looks like this is just imminent to continue to the downside. All right. But shenanigans, again, could happen tomorrow and get pinned somehow, some way. And if it's going to do that, then what's it going to use? Probably a big name here. So we're using Nvidia. We have our setup we're looking at in the Discord. Join us in the Discord. Again, we have this trend line that has a potential trend line. Now is a valid trend line. You had a reaction off of it. And we created a bullish falling wedge, broke out from that wedge, back tested today in that little dip. And now we're pushing off of it. It's a great setup here. Now, these setups can fail. Obviously, if the rest of the market is dumping, then these can fail. But if the market's going to hold up tomorrow, you're going to need a big name I don't know if it's going to be this one. Maybe it's Tesla, but we're going to need a big name that holds us up. And we have this nice gap to close here. All right, close the gap up today, maybe close that gap tomorrow, and maybe beyond. But if you take your retracement bar tool, you can argue that this could go up to the golden pocket, which would close that gap. My gap's not perfect. It's actually a little bit bigger here. Right up here, just it fits right at the golden pocket right there. And we could close that up going into tomorrow, hold the market up, and then wait till next week for the continuation to the downside. And we will short this on Nvidia if and when we get up to this point. Okay. All right, you guys, VIX really, really fast, and let's get out of here. I got some hiking to do, and we got some places to go. All right, so you see this equilibrium? We actually already broke out. All right, okay, we draw this out. See, I'm doing this real time. It's just stuff that you begin to notice as you gain more experience trading. It's really about pattern recognition here. So just looking at this as a glance, we already had our equilibrium in here with the VIX. Now we're actually breaking out and we're back testing. Yeah, it could back test some more. If tomorrow is going to hold up, maybe price comes down a little bit more to get to that triangle. But that's a beautiful setup. Some people only trade triangles. Okay. So this could back test and then continue higher. We already have a breakout in the VIX. Maybe this is our tea leaf. Maybe this our clue that we're going to imminently be bearish in the market and the VIX continue this breakout that already happened. Okay. Hope this all helps you guys. Thanks for joining us here at OptionsTender. I want to see you in the Discord. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all those good things. And we'll see you tomorrow.